Hello. Let's get a message from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle. What's the message for the collective, please? Message for the collective. Okay, on the split wealth, the Wind Fairy. Okay. Thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. This is the second time I've seen wealth at the bottom of the deck. Message for the collective, please. Message for the collective. And look at that. It wanted to come out. Wealth. Wealth is here. It's already here. In the unseen realms first. Number 7. Okay. Makes me think of the Chariot card in the Tarot. Let's read about it in the guidebook. This is the marker of abundance and success and the achievement of a goal. It can refer to real riches and tangible results such as money or possessions, but it can also portend a time of emotional satisfaction. Make me think of the 9 of Cups energy. Emotional satisfaction, also the Ace of Cups. Overflowing with love. Okay. It's always a reminder that all things can be attained. Know that wealth includes sharing. For this card is also a reminder to give something away to help another, be it money, time, or anything of value. Energy is currency, I'm getting, right? Energy is currency. Sharing will always ensure the flow of wealth. This marker is a very fortunate omen. Okay? Take that in. This marker is a very fortunate omen. You may be donating, you may be decluttering, maybe whatever you're decluttering, as you're going through your home, you may be donating those items. Maybe you're just making space to receive new energy. Just spending time with someone, listening to them. There's an exchange of energy there. Just offering others your attention, your full attention. That is giving. There are so many ways that we can give to be in the inflow and outflow of exchanging of energies. Okay, let's go to the Earth Magic Oracle. What would like to come through from the Earth Magic Oracle for the collective? Is this right side up? No. Music, harmony. Okay. The energy of creativity, sacral chakra. Harmony, 107, okay? 107. 17, the star. Okay, harmony. Ah, music. What would life be like without it? It's not something that we humans invented. Rather, music has been around since time began. Subtle and dramatic textures of sound have existed as long as there have been beings that could hear them. For our ancient ancestors, paying close attention to sounds, rhythms, and vibrations from the environment helped them survive. That makes me think of Gaia, the Earth's pulse. Of course, it has also been compelling for humanity to create music through our own voice and musical instruments. As we have evolved, so have the instruments we've created, some of which, when played, mimic the music of the natural world. Where there's more than one instrument played or two or more people singing, the resulting harmonies blend into one unified sound that is pleasing to the ear. This makes me think of the Three of Cups, just uniting with members of your soul tribe, harmonious relationships, and perhaps literally creating music together. If the notes are out of sync, there's a notable dissonance that can be disturbing. Here we see two women with stringed instruments creating a harmonious blend. They're so absorbed in their playing that they appear to be in a trance, as if they're simply allowing the music to flow through them. This is a time of considerable harmony for you, one where the various elements in your life are flowing together smoothly. Just as in musical harmony, it is the interface of these elements that merge into a cycle of symmetry and balance that evokes feelings of harmony. The challenge is to sustain this inner accord even when there is considerable dissonance outside of your own mind, heart, and body. This is significant, right? The challenge is to sustain this inner accord. So, your vibration, your frequency. The challenge is to sustain this inner accord even when there is considerable dissonance outside of your own mind, heart, and body. External distractions, external dissonance, perceived dissonance, chaos, turbulence. Being the calm in the storm, being the lighthouse during the storm. Note the sensations, emotions, and thoughts you experience when everything seems to be moving along well. Take 3 deep breaths and let your breathing be the anchor that reminds you of this state of consciousness. Whenever you perceive chaos around you, know that it is a mirror for your inner turmoil. When you recognize this, take 3 or more breaths to bring forth the memory of those moments when your life was like a symphony. Then every time you exhale, you are releasing the energy of your internal state of harmony into the world, and it will have amazing effects. So that makes me think of the ripple effect. How inner harmony is reflected in the physical, as within, so without. Okay, the ripple effect. Okay, goddesses, gods, and guardians now. Okay. Let's continue on with the story. What message wants to come through for the collective from this deck? Okay, we have so far wealth, music, harmony. Harmony often depicted by the number 6, harmony, balance. We saw wealth, number 34, 3 plus 4, reducing to 7. What would you like the collective to know? Spirit, what would you like the collective to know? Which goddess, god, or guardian has a message for the collective? Interesting. Merlin. Cosmic knowledge. Merlin has been showing up lately in my readings. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. $117. Okay, interesting. I think, was it, I don't know which card it was, wealth, music, but one of them was on page 107, and now we're seeing Merlin on page 117. So you may be seeing a combination of 1s and 7s together. All right, Merlin, 117. Oh, wow. Okay. Lots of optimistic messages here. Because when we read about wealth, the message of wealth, they said here, this marker is a very fortunate omen. And even when reading about music, I think it's just a very positive sign. Okay. Magic is coming. Your answer is written in the stars. Merlin represents the magician, wizard, sage, and wise one archetype, and features in both Arthurian legend and medieval Welsh poetry. Oh, okay, interesting, yes. So, he is connected with Avalon. And the first deck that we used was the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle. Okay, in both Arthurian legend and medieval Welsh poetry. His specialty is divine alchemy, the transformation of heavy physical matter energies into higher vibration energies. Merlin uses the spiritual tools of a purple energy cloak and rainbow chakra wand to bring forward universal knowledge. He's a guardian of Avalon, the multi-dimensional realm connected mainly with sacred sites in Glastonbury, England. Drop everything you're wrestling with. Leave the mind struggles. Stop trying to figure it all out. Don't rely solely on 3D logic, indeed. So that makes me think of the 5 of Swords. Lots of Swords energy, right? Mind struggles. And also emotional struggles. They're interconnected. So also Cups energy, like 5 of Cups. That's a strong energy that's been turning up in my readings as well. 5 of Cups. You need to look beyond the physical and open your energy to the mystical forces that govern our universe. This is where your answer for healing lies, beyond the veil, in the constellations and transits of the planets deep inside the mysteries of the cosmos. Now I'm getting the High Priestess in the Tarot. You're now harnessing ancient wisdom from the Avalon Mystery Schools of Merlin. Burp. I've been experiencing that lately. My goodness. He taught metaphysical subjects such as alchemy, sacred geometry, astrology, divining, and energy healing. There was a vast cosmic library containing esoteric texts by divine scholars. Let Merlin help you remember your magical powers. Whatever you're seeking right now, your inner magician knows how to find it. Meditate and ask your third eye chakra to reveal what you need to know. You can visualize Merlin's rainbow light streaming from your chakras to heal yourself, a relationship, or a karmic issue. Okay, so rainbow light. All right. You're a wise soul with knowledge from other worlds. Trust the powers conferred by your purple cloak and crystal wand, given to you many moons ago by the supreme sorcerer, Merlin. All right. Alternative meanings. Clear the energy with a person, place, or a situation to experience immediate relief and resolution. Your life purpose involves using and teaching astrology, energy healing, chakra balancing, or magic. Study vortex healing. Okay, so sacred sites, Mount Shasta, energy vortexes, Stonehenge. Okay, study vortex healing, a holistic system of energetic healing from the Merlin lineage. Visit Glastonbury to reconnect with the sacred sites of Avalon. Okay. Invocation. I call upon my deep magical powers. The universe is working with me in mysterious, miraculous ways. And so it is. Thank you. Okay. Where to next? Let's try to keep this short, if possible. This is a herbal astrology. Okay, there was mention of astrology when reading about Merlin. What other messages want to come through for the collective? Tobacco, number 24. Okay, that's a number 6. Number 24, offering. Okay, that makes me think of, didn't we talk about giving and receiving energy? Mm. 24. Okay. Some keywords: power, ofrenda, which is a translation of offering, divine gift, invocation, respect, deep alignment with will and purpose. Okay, your guidance is: the gods of power are here to serve, and they demand loving respect. Tobacco reminds us to utilize power compassionately. How we use and direct this power determines the quality of life. Okay, that makes me think of that famous quote, with great power comes great responsibility. Offer your actions as a divine gift, selflessly and in service to the sacred. Grandfather Tobacco's protective and powerful energy lovingly opens the doorway to the spirit world to those who ask with humility and respect. Don't allow the illusions of power to ignite destructive behaviors or propel you toward addictive habits. Okay, so shadow aspects may be arising within you at this time, and potentially addictions that maybe you had overcome or are still entangled in are intensifying at this time. This is a strong energy that I have noticed, not only in my personal life, but yes, they're coming out in readings for a reason. This is a collective energy because this is a transformational time. We're in between worlds, old energies and new energies. We're in this liminal space, and so there's a lot of purging happening, transmutation, alchemy. And these energies are arising not to be the target of our self-judgment, self-loathing. It's to respond in a different way. In the old energy, the old paradigm, we rejected, we suppressed, we denied, we criticized, judged. That is not the way of 5D consciousness. 5D consciousness is about harmony, love. So it starts with ourselves. It starts within, right? Creating that ripple effect, going within. Facing our shadows, acknowledging them, and knowing that we don't need to choose to identify with those fear-based, self-critical, self-loathing thoughts and beliefs. Is this the right side up? Judgment at the bottom, Tom. I think we touched on judgment, right? Judging ourselves. And oftentimes when we judge ourselves, well, we tend to judge others. We're projecting our self-judgment externally. It's very revealing. It's just information. We don't have to judge it. These are opportunities arising within us so that we can choose a different way. To choose the path of love and compassion and just self-awareness. Awareness, the light of awareness. And the logical mind, this is not a job for the logical mind. Where compassion and love are concerned. The logical mind doesn't have the qualifications. And the brand of love that we've come to understand as love, well, is limited. 5D consciousness love, new world love. Isn't conditional. It's not like, okay, I will love you if, I will love you when. And again, the logical mind is not going to be able to understand. The kind of love that I'm talking about. Cannot be understood through the logical mind. This is something that's beyond the logical mind's understanding. The Hanged Man card in the Tarot, in between worlds. This sacred pause, there's so much wisdom to be gained during this sacred pause. 7 of Wands. You may want to, at times, want to give up. Your human may have entertained the thought of giving up. encouragement to rise above the physical, to observe with an expanded, higher, grander point of view. This is not all happening in vain. Your life isn't in vain. No one's life is in vain. No being's life is in vain. We are all here contributing to the whole. Okay, we are all, to use a musical analogy, we're all playing our respective instruments, contributing to the grand symphony. And right now, the sound, the music may, well, it may not be music to one's ears, right? It may feel dissonant. That's because the old and new energies are in this frenetic dance. Love and fear do not mix well. Three of Pentacles, collaborating with others, making beautiful music together. And here's the old energy, old paradigm, the devil. Okay, I should have covered this. Gosh, having the courage to face your fears, to push through any inner conflict, not through force, not through self-criticism and self-judgment. But just pulling back as best as you can and becoming the wise observer, the wise one. I think we read that when reading about Merlin. Okay, here's the tower. Yeah, foundations are falling, collapsing, dissolving. There's a divine order taking place here. What's happening within each individual is being reflected out in the collective. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Being in your feminine energy. Getting stabilized through rest. Nurturing yourself, getting grounded. Connecting with nature. And realizing your interconnectedness with nature. And coming to realize your innate abundance. I'm noticing the bunny here, making me think of fertility and abundance. And we started off with wealth. Five of Cups. There's a Five of Cups energy that I mentioned earlier. This keeps coming up. Okay, what would you like to say about the Five of Cups energy? Why does this keep coming up? Look at three cards, my goodness. yeah, Two of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Again, makes me think of the Hanged Man energy, being in between worlds. Not seeing the fruits of your labor. Disappointment is a very strong energy right now in the collective. Can you give us more wisdom in regards to the star? Okay, so there's that 1 and 7 that we mentioned earlier, how you may be seeing 1s and 7s. The star is denoted by the number 17. This is part of the healing. This disappointment, this energy of disappointment. It's not to deny feeling disappointed. Everything is rising to the surface. Whatever has been suppressed is rising to the surface. No more suppression. No more lies and denials and rejections. We're facing things and knowing that we are so much more than our thoughts, our feelings, what happened to us. We are just, it's immeasurable. We are indefinable. Or is it undefinable? Ineffable. Just like source, the universe. Like, how do we put into words the grandness of the universe? Source. We cannot. The logical mind may try to. Well, good luck doing that. Okay. 33:11 on the timer. Final message, please. Final message. You are not alone. So true. Okay? You are not alone. You are not alone. We're in this together. Balancing the masculine and feminine. Yes. Make me look at the harmony card. Yeah. Balancing the masculine and feminine energies. Yin yang. Complementary energies. Shadow and light. Working together. Integrating. And I'm not surprised that we got this, because we talked about energy vortexes and sacred sites. Mount Shasta. Okay, so Mount Shasta, sacred sites in general, is like they're very significant for many people within the collective. Okay, so let me read some of the things I wrote here. Earth's root chakra, sacred site, energy vortexes, California, indigenous beliefs, the legend of Telos, ancient wisdom, underground city of the Lemurians, sanctuary of light, it's called. Okay, and Telos means communication with spirit. Okay, you're not alone. You're being divinely guided. You're being balanced within energetically. And while that's happening, it feels so shaky and unbalanced and rocky. But you are not alone. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much. Take care.